As you guys come in, please double tap the screen for me. Double tap, tap, tap. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm gonna wait till people come to get on in here, and then I start talking. We will start talking. Hold on one second. Let me share myself out. Man, these mosquitoes. Man, these mosquitoes. Oh, we got some people in. Hello, hello, hello. You guys double tap the screen for me. Double tap the screen if you can. I know some people just gonna scroll up, will scroll on in and scroll on out, but it's okay. Double tap the screen. I wanted to have a conversation, and just generalizing things, about what's going on in 2025. And I want to talk about a couple content creators. I saw a few videos from like Peach McIntyre. I saw a few things from CJ So Cool, and I just want to discuss some things. And it's nothing like ill will ever towards them. I look up to both of those awesome content creators and influencers here on the YouTube or here within social media. But I don't know if you guys have recently seen where, because it's kind of like it's what I've been talking about in regards to like the whole DEI situation, and not okay. Where I'm not referring to Charlie Kirk. I just want to make sure that's I want to make sure that is absolutely known. But again, if something is Nazari Cutie YouTube channel say hi. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate that. So if it's something that is relatable, I will speak on him. I don't know why people are like, coming for me and all that with my channel and thinking that I'm just trying to, they say, what is it, grifting? I've never even heard of that until today. And I'm like, what? Why I got a grift? Board Die fan, you say you're a bootlicker. What do you mean by bootlicker? I'm confused. Like, what do you mean by that? Why do you come in and you just like automatically start trolling me? Why do you do that? We want like let's have a discussion. Like, what do you mean by that? And what compels you to come into a live stream and say that? And you guys, could you please double tap the screen for me? Double tap the screen. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much for giving me a thumbs up. Argular Reynosa family. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I apologize. Your content has helped me beat anxiety and depression. Wow. Thank you so much for that. That means so much to me. Like, that is like such a beautiful I'm gonna pin that message. that is such a beautiful comment. Thank you so much for that. Honestly, I appreciate that. Thanks so very much. You're welcome so much. Any thoughts on 3-Eye Atlas? I don't miss hit Takori. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Could you guys please double tap the screen? It seems like a lot of you guys are coming in, but I know I'm vertical live stream mode, so that means like people just kind of stroll in, scroll out, and all that good stuff. But just double tap the screen for me. We got to get these likes up, you guys. Got to get these likes up. I want to discuss like real life topics. Like I said, I was watching Peach McIntyre and I was watching CJ So Cool, and like I said, I personally, it is so many frogs over here, man. What does that mean? Fully rely on God. Frog means fully rely on God. I'm counting the frogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is like 8 frogs out here. Fully rely on God. Fully rely on God. You guys, fully rely on God. Put some frogs in the chat. Put some frogs in the chat. Fully rely on God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. God is so good. But I was looking at their content. You said, hi, Bobby. How are you? Who's Bobby? Music 25. I like your name, but who's Bobby? Um, Argular, you said keep it up, ignore the ignorant comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But honestly, like I don't block anybody and stuff, and I like read all the comments. I want everybody to feel appreciated. I want everybody to feel accepted no matter what nationality, no matter what background, sexuality, wherever you are from. I just want people to feel accepted. But I really would love for people to come in and just like legit be, like positive and proactively positive. Like that's really what I feel like life is about. Not about like coming in and trolling and being disruptive. A double tap. It is an interstellar comet that is passing through our solar system at a high rate of speed. A lot of people are freaking out over it. Okay, why did I hear something about that? What did I hear? I heard that something on like, was it like, it was obviously YouTube, and it was like projecting like when is it like a meteorite or something. I think it was like a meteorite or it's a meteorite or something was gonna like it's gonna strike at a certain time. I don't know. I believe in God. I pray to God, and I try my best not to get worked up over things. But you guys, one thing that was hilarious, I must say, was the fact that people thought, I think here recently, that the rapture, God was coming back. I said, Lord, I don't know if people, look, I am not somebody who just reads the Bible every single day, but I've read the Bible enough to know that nobody is going to know when God comes back for us. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know when the rapture happens. No one's going to know that. And I said to myself, like, do they really think they got to figure it out? But a lot of people start making jokes like, they were like, oh yeah, God has a sense of humor because just when man figured it out, God changes the rapture. It was just comical because I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting that people think that. But anyway, to each his own. But I did hear something about not necessarily a comet. I thought it was a meteorite. Bunny D Beck. Hello, Bunny D Beck. I appreciate you. Please double tap the screen for me, guys. I appreciate. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm begging you guys for double taps, but I would appreciate if you guys can do just that, and also share me out because we want this channel to reach. We want this channel to reach so many people because what I'm going to talk about is very, very important. And I don't know, maybe you guys can relate to it, and maybe you can't. Maybe you probably don't. Maybe you. I kind of hope you don't relate to it because it's kind of sad, but some of you guys probably can relate to it or maybe experience some things like that in your own life. Your channel is amazing and very respectful. I appreciate that. I try my best to keep it 100 and keep it a buck, and keep it cool and kosher and all that good stuff. I know I'm a little crazy, but more so than anything, I want people to feel comfortable. I want people to know that this is a safe place. It's a real place. Okay, and I've gone through a lot of things in life. I've lost a lot of people, and I'm still going because you know why? Like God is amazing, and He'll never forsake me or you. I'm a spiritual person, but I don't throw that on anybody. I'm just saying I'm a spiritual person, and I think that's something that it does. I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like it definitely it pushes through. People can see it. It's not a joke. I'm not joking about God. South Valley Vato said, I just boofed my LSD. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Andrew Mack said, what up, dog? What's the move tonight? Oh, I'm just having a peaceful live stream about just where we are in the world today in 2025. Like, where have we transitioned to a better world, or are we going back in time? Because I was watching CJ So Cool and I was watching Peach McIntyre. I was watching lots of different content creators. I'm at the laundromat. I'm here washing my clothes. I got I think 30 more minutes till I'm done washing, and I got probably 30 more minutes to dry. So I said, why not go live and let's have a real discussion about what's going on in the world, not just my country, which I'm in the U.S. of A. I don't know where you guys are, reaching out to me from, but let me know in the comments where you guys are from, where your country, where are you at, and all that good stuff. But right now, I'm in USA, my country, and I'm in the state of Florida. But I was watching Peach McIntyre, and it really hit home for me. I guess it really what's the word? It triggers something within me in my life because it's something very similar happened to me, and the way that Peach McIntyre handled it was like really beautiful. Tonight, I guess you could say, um, her children, like two of her children, were at like a school, and they were given like pretty much like these bags. I even thought the present the presentation, the way that the bags were, I mean, even that was just like disrespectful. But anyway, um, they gave her children uh, bags of food, and it was called like anyway. It's like pretty much I would say it's like a charity type deal, and they singled out her children. They didn't give any other. They didn't give any other. They didn't give any of the other children, I guess, bags, from my understanding. But they singled out her kids, and I thought that was so disrespectful, and it hurt me immediately, even before. Like I can just sense her, her being upset, but it hurt me immediately because I was like, wow, you know, why would they give it to the black kids? And again, people are gonna say, you bringing race up. Race is a factor. And that's what I'm telling you guys about this whole DEI thing, the diversity, equity, inclusion. You guys, these things are implemented, and I'm telling you, it is not a good thing. It really isn't. Like, I feel like profiling definitely does exist, and those kids go to a predominantly white school, and Peach McIntyre, obviously her husband, they are both exceptional parents. Can nobody sit up here and negate that? Like, this is not just for the camera, but you guys see, I don't know if you guys, like, if you watch like content creators that have families and all that stuff, you see the kids and how they love on the father and on the mom. Like, there's no way you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? And it hit me because I said, I'll be dang. I said that very thing happened to myself. It happened to us when we were smaller. The school giving us pretty much like a brown paper, like I say, a sack. But this is not like when we go on field trips, we get like a sack lunch. We love those, but everybody got those. Every child got those. Like the white kids, some of the Mexican kids, and the white kids. I mean, the white kids, the Mexican kids, and the black kids got it. But we didn't go to a predominantly white school. We went to like when in Mississippi, in the school that like we all went to, my sisters and myself, we actually went to like a more like diverse school. But anyway, long story short, they did give us those the sacks with foods in it. And they didn't give it, and they gave it to like pretty much like all the black kids, okay? And I remember my mom being so upset, like she cursed, and she cursed out like pretty much like the administration. My mom went crazy. She did. And my mom is not about like, that the charity and all that. Let me tell you, my mom is not like, she wasn't like prideful, or it wasn't like she was just too good for this, too good for that. But she was like, no, you can't just assume. You cannot assume. See, that my mom said it, and I remember this like very, very clear. I was smaller, and I remember Pop-Tarts. And it's so crazy. I remember Pop-Tarts in the bag. And I remember my mom, and I thought this was like an amazing treat. I thought this was awesome. And I'm like in my head, like, why is my mom like going crazy? My sister thought it was pretty cool too. I mean, we just didn't know any better. We didn't know that they were singling us. They were singling us out. They were like, they were profiling because they thought we needed the food. It's almost like if you go to like a food pantry and you got people who sign up for that and they want the food and they need the extra assistance. My mom did once upon a time. My mom did get EBT. Now when my mom got the I'm sorry, I should say food stamps. When my mom got the food stamps, it was actually paper. So that's how long ago that was. It wasn't like the card, it was paper. So the school just really pissed her off, and they profiled us. And that's what I mean by like, that happened so many years ago. But I cannot believe that happened to Peach McIntyre today. Like, we're talking September 25th, which is today is my dad's birthday. He's 71 years young. I'm just super elated. I called him and all that good stuff, and sent him some money, and I'm so blessed to have my dad in my life. But it's so sad to say we're here all the way in September. We're going to be finishing out this year soon, but we're all the way in September, and look at what's going on. People are still being profiled. Like, it's just so disrespectful. And it wouldn't be a bad thing if they had given And I'm telling you, if they had given her some type of notification, some letter, some application or whatever, like, but you're giving this, you guys are assuming, and they're like, oh, it's no ill will. It is malicious. It is an ill will. It was very disruptive. It was very disrespectful, and it broke my heart, yo. It broke my heart. Um, South Valley Vado said, accept the gays. Okay, yeah, I accept. I accept any and everybody. Sheffy Spoon says, "Hey, how you doing? A channel member in the building." Sheffy Spoons is a channel member. You guys can also become a channel member. I have one channel membership, and that is T's Awesome Butterflies. And you see that individual is green with the badge, so that means that they are a channel member. I do gift members and stuff sometimes. Hold on one second. Sorry, one moment, one moment. Sorry about that. So unfortunately, well, my clothes are I think they're done. They're done washing. So I'm gonna put them in the dryer now. So just bear with me. Oh man. I'm gonna turn this around. Thanks for being in here. You said I was dealing with panic anxiety, came to your channel, and your words, your content made me forget all the pain I was dealing with. Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is so awesome. That's so cool. Thanks for sharing that with me. That means a lot to me, seriously. Thank you so much. Stop putting it in that one. That just really washed really fast. Wash it fast. It's drying. One moment. I'm doing like 1,000 different things, I feel like. Oh. I'm gonna go back sit over there. So many cats and frogs. Okay. Now I've successfully put my clothes in the dryer. There's not many people here at this laundromat, so everything, it's all good. Anyway, okay, I'm back. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you again. And you say it's rare and only the third one ever recorded. All the crazies are out on YouTube saying we're going to be invaded by aliens. Are you serious? Wow. Do you believe in extra, like extra, like, I don't know, what is it? Like super, I don't know, extra, I mean, I don't know, like, it's probably something else out there. We're probably not the only beings when you think about it. Nobody knows the time, right? Chefy Spoons, exactly. I said the same thing. I'm like, how is man coming up with something that God only knows? You also helped me establish a relationship with Jesus. Wow, thank you so much. Get the likes up. Thank you so much, Chevy Spoon. Yeah, you guys, please double tap the screen. It's okay to like my live streams. I appreciate it if you guys do. Thank you so much. You said hi. Thank you again for saying hi. Because of you, I established a relationship with Jesus. That is so awesome. You're so amazing. Thank you so much. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves us all, you guys. Jesus loves us all. It's physically impossible for a man to become a woman. No such thing as trans. Michael, okay, there is a such thing as trans. I mean, it is. I mean, I know you probably don't accept that. And you know, I'm going to say this. That's okay. As long as you respect people, I think, you know, you're able to coexist with any and everybody, but there is a such thing as trans, you know, transsexual, transgender. It is. Like I said, where are we in the world in 2025? We're in a world now where, okay, that is a real thing. Okay. Maybe not, probably years and years ago, it wasn't talked about, but it is a real thing. You know, I just respect everybody. I don't care. Like I said, gay, straight, bi, transgender. You can identify as whatever you want to identify. Like I said, that's what in not trying to bring up Charlie Kirk again, but that's why I said I disagree with certain things. Like I ultimately, God is the only one that can judge us, and no matter what is being said or no matter what is being done, again, He's the only one that can judge us. I'm not going to sit up here and hate on people. I respect everybody. Everyone who is like a human is a human being has human rights. So that's how I look at it. Like I said, at the end of the day, I can't play God, the jury, and the judge. I can't. I let God do all of that. But everybody has their own opinions, and that's really all I've been doing when I've been going live and I've been talking about things. I've been sharing my opinions, and not the opinions of others, but my opinions. I want to get my own understanding. I want to represent my own self, and I don't want to be like I don't want to. Like, I do believe influencing. I do believe you can influence. You can help people. You can help people. You can harm people. But I feel like we all need to get our own idea and have our own identity about things within life. But yeah, that's just what I think. Robert Hardy says, hello. Hello, how are you doing? You said you're in Washington State, USA. Awesome. Okay, well, I've been to Tacoma, Washington. I sure have. But also, like, I know you're in Washington State, so it's not like Washington D.C. But I've been to 32 states, so I've been to both of those. I've been to Washington D.C., the DMV area, so I've been to D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. But I also have been to Washington State, and it's beautiful there. It snows like crazy too. Little guy says, "What's up? What's up, little guy? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for the just being in here, and thank you guys for the thumbs up." You said Miss Hitakori. You from Aberdeen, Mississippi? You need to stop. You are not from Aberdeen, Mississippi. Are you serious? I'm from Columbus, Mississippi. Like Columbus. Like I literally go through. I worked in Tupelo, and I would go through Aberdeen like every day on my way to Tupelo. You are not from Aberdeen. Aberdeen is like a small. I love Aberdeen. Wow, Aberdeen is probably like maybe 20-some minutes. Aberdeen is just like so not far from. It's like the same distance from like West Point, because I was born in West Point, Mississippi, but I'm from Columbus. Like I was born at the hospital in West Point. It just so happened my mom and dad, my mom should have been at home in Columbus, but her and my dad was in West Point, and so that's where I was born. But we are from Columbus, Mississippi. That's crazy that you are from Aberdeen. Yo, like you're not like I am in the state of Florida right now. It's such a small world. Wow. Again, thanks for coming in. Nunu, how you doing? Hey, Nunu, another channel member in his house. Nunu, I've been thinking about you. I know you've been coming to the lives. I know you've been seeing how crazy they've been. But I just been, I've been wanting to ask you, how are you doing? And, I just, I know you miss AP. I miss AP so much. And I'm really been thinking about, him. I've been thinking about you. And, I just want to, I think some of my live streams have been so heated. And so when you would come in and stuff, obviously the comments would just be going crazy, right? And so when you would come in, I'd just be like, oh, hey, but then my mind would not fall on that. But I'm happy that I'm happy that I've been able to ask you that right now. So hopefully you're doing well. I've been praying for you. Carrie, so you said Western New York. So where is Western New York? Because I've been to New York City, I've been to Manhattan, I've been to Yonkers, I've been to the Bronx, I've been to Brooklyn. I was gonna say Baton Rouge, but that's Louisiana. I've worked in White Plains. All these cities within the state that I'm naming, I've actually worked in. I've worked in Yonkers, worked in White Plains. I said that already. Albany, New York, which is the state capital. I worked in Binghamton, and I worked in Norwich, New York, and because I was at a hospital called Chenango Memorial Hospital. I didn't work in Turning Stone, New York, but but was it Turning Stone? Is that the casino? I want to say it's a casino. Is it Turning Stone Casino? But where is that? Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me insane. It's a casino. I think it's Turning Stone, but the city is not named Turning Stone. But anyway, wherever Turning Stone is, I've gone there. But I've gone to all parts of New York, and I didn't even know, like, when you talk about like Albany, Binghamton, Norwich, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't know there were like, I didn't know there were, what am I trying to say? I didn't know there were horses and like cows and things of that nature. Like, it's a lot of that there, which is cool. Which is cool. Um, is that a fox? Oh, like maybe you probably saw a cat, but there are foxes out here. Oh, look at the kitty. Yeah, it's a lot of cats. Knew a lot of cats. Mo B said hi, hello. Hey, Dwayno, thanks for coming in. Sharice Brewster, how you doing? Hey, love me, Tracy Anderson. Chefy Spoon says yes, they are real. Oh, thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for all the green. Thank y'all channel members. I'm doing okay. How you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Nunu says hi, Miss Tracy. King Bahar said, oh, you think the aliens coming? Oh Lord Jesus, not the aliens. But yeah, so I was just mentioning with like about like Peach McIntyre and the whole profiling with her children, the school that is, profiling her children, giving her children those bags of food. Tracy, did you see that? Nunu, have you seen it? Have any of you guys seen it? And I was very irritated by that, extremely irritated by that, because it reminded me of like literally what happened to us when we were smaller. But again, I thought it was cool because all I can remember were like the Pop-Tarts, you know what I'm saying? But because they were like Pop-Tarts, remember the cheese and crackers with that red, it was a red stick in there, and you would take the stick and you would dick the oh my god, I said dick the you would dip the what am I, where's my mind? You would dip the red thing in the cheese and you would spread it on the crackers. And like, I just thought, man, this is like awesome, but my mom was not having it. She was so irate. She was so bothered by that. And seeing Peach McIntyre like that, it just broke my heart. And I'm so tired. Like, why are we racially profiling like children, like in 2025? It's wrong. It's wrong no matter what, but definitely it should not happen. It just shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be happening. It's not okay. It's unacceptable. And people should be ashamed of themselves by for doing that. Like, I really feel like this is a problem. It's a real problem. Not okay. Not okay by any means. Is that ever okay? Hey Tom, how you doing? Tom says, Terrence and guys, good people. Hope all is well. Stay blessed and balanced in life. Thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Nunu said it's still hard for me to go to get over AP being gone. I know. I'm so sorry, Nunu. And I'm not trying to sit up here and like make you like stressed or make you sad. But I'm just saying my mind had fallen on him. Obviously, it's on you. I just been going through so much, myself, and dealing with so many different things. So I just want you to know that I appreciate you. I'm praying for you. I literally am praying for everyone. Tracy, I pray for you. I try my best to support people as much as I can. I try my best to make everybody feel included. I know I've been super busy. I know my actual friends in life know that I'm a friend. Even though I probably haven't been like, I've just been so busy. I've been trying to do so much with the channel, and I've been trying to do so much with surgery. I've been taking extra shifts. Like tomorrow I work like 12 hours tomorrow. I'm working Saturday, maybe part of Sunday, and then we're getting heavy back into it next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and part of Thursday. So I have so many days. I was telling my dad, I said I have so many days I'm working and I don't have any days off. So at the end of the day, like, I try to fit in these streams when I can. But I appreciate y'all being in here. Thank you so much. Like I said, I know I've pissed off so many people because I've continuously, kept talking about Charlie Kirk. I'm not done talking about Charlie Kirk, but I just want to show people that, okay, I cannot talk about him, or I cannot talk about this person, or I cannot talk about this. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to give the trolls what they want. I can talk about what I want to talk about. I can speak on whatever I want to speak on. It's my channel. And like I keep telling people, you don't ever have to be here If you don't feel welcome, if you don't like me, or if you just can't stand the content at the moment, you don't have to be here. It's okay. It's okay to say, "Oh, I don't want to be in this live stream." I'm not going to be upset about it. I'm not angry. Just like, it's okay. Just be respectful. You said no, I haven't seen that. Why everybody be messing with Peach? Yeah, they be messing with her and they just be talking about her. But I'll tell you right now, that video that she posted here, it was a short, but that video that she posted earlier, in regards to her children and all the things that, her taking the bag of food back to the school and telling them off. Like, nobody is tripping about her. Everybody's like, no, that's valid. You have every right. And I'm like, dang straight. Like, she has every right to be upset and to be bothered by what that school has done. That is so inappropriate. It is unacceptable. It just makes me so sick because I'm like, that is not okay. My deal is, my mom would say this. Growing up, she would say, if I can't give one, she's like, if I can't give all, I ain't gonna give one. If I can't give all, I'm not gonna give one. Of course, she would give us, in like behind closed doors and stuff. But if she was out and about, and say if she had like other kids and stuff, cause my mama babysit and all that stuff, she babysit like 10 people, and like including us. But she'll babysit like 6, 7 other kids. But if she couldn't give everybody, she wasn't gonna give one. And so in this instance with the school, I feel like if you didn't give all the kids that bag, all the white kids and the black kids that were there, well, why? Like, you should have given it to anybody. And I just thought to myself, like, wow, that is so disrespectful. And yeah, her feelings are valid, extremely valid. Like I said, this is 2025 and this is still happening. But I do want to say this, like I keep bringing up this whole DEI. And again, speaking about Charlie Kirk and stuff, he was the one that was talking about that whole hire process, that whole movement. And in a sense, I feel like that is something that is pertaining to DEI. DEI, in my opinion, I feel like it allows for people to basically just profiling. And I think it's something that's set into place for the minority, be it a Mexican, be it African American, be it, just black people, whatever. I feel like those things are put into place, and it's not a positive thing if you ask me. I feel like right now that's exactly what they were doing. They profiled her children, and so they imply, and I get what Peach is saying. They implying that her kid, because the name of it was like the little empty kids, or feed the little empty kids belly or something. I just thought, even the name of that was so inappropriate. But even how they, like I remember us having like a brown bag and it had different things in it. But like I said, I keep thinking about those Pop-Tarts. But even that was presented better, and that was back in like, I ain't lying, that was like in the 90s. That happened when I was in grade school. But we're talking 2025, this is happening, and it was like a black bag, had a post-it with their names on it. I just thought that was so unprofessional. It was very nasty. It should never have happened. And I don't know. Peach is a very busy, successful businesswoman. She's amazing, just obviously friend, wife, mother, all that. But I would have taken my kids away from that immediately. And I know, like, she probably ended up doing that in a sense. Because that was just totally inappropriate. Totally inappropriate. Y'all know I be watching my surroundings. My head stays on a swivel. I ain't lying. King Sex said, is there anything you disagree with Charlie about on race? Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I don't. I told you. Let me tell you this. Well, let me just say this, okay? Because I want to be clear. See, you're bringing up Charlie, okay? And then I don't want it to be a thing where no, I'm going to say this. I don't want this to be a thing where, okay, oh my gosh, he's just speaking about Charlie Kirk again. He always talk about Charlie Kirk, but you brought it up. But I'm going to say this. I said this specifically. What I disagree on is when he's saying that okay, well, MLK is awful. I did disagree with that. But I don't think that is something where okay, you can say, okay, this is racism or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that. I never thought that, like, what is wrong with these people? I never thought that that was pertaining to like, okay, so he hate black people. He just disagreed with, how Martin Luther King Jr. probably did things, but that still doesn't make us disagreeing. I want to be very clear. I've said this already in short videos, and I said this in live streams. Us disagreeing doesn't mean that we are racist. It's just the fact that we disagree. Okay, preferences. Some black people they're only going to date within their race. If they don't want to date outside their race, doesn't make them racist. It doesn't. Like, I think we have to collectively come together and understand the difference between, racism and this and that. But yeah, that's why I said I can agree. I can honestly say I agree with everything that he said in when it was pertaining to like race, like racism and things of that nature. Not pertaining to like, okay, who I disagree with, who I agree with, and all that, because that has nothing to do with race. It just, Martin Luther King Jr. could be white. There were white people that were a part of the Civil Rights Act. That was part of the Civil Rights movement in the act. There was when it was like the sit-ins and all that, the boycotts. A lot of white people, sat alongside some of the blacks, and they were spit on and disrespected just as well as the blacks. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, he disagreed with some things, but that doesn't make him racist. So that's why I say I can agree. I can agree with the deal of the fact that he's talking about black on black. He was talking about, the DEI, like that stuff is real. Like, and I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys, maybe you guys don't, like, I know I can be like, I guess overanalyze. I know I can look into things a little bit too much maybe sometimes, but that's actually what profiling and all that, in my opinion, is really what DEI is, in my opinion, all about. People say, no, Terrence, that's not what it is. In my opinion, it is. I feel like it allows people to profile but getting away with it. It's like, okay, they accept. I don't know. It's like with that higher process in place, it like protects them. They're like, oh no, I'm not racially profiling. What I'm doing is, all that I'm doing is just saying, okay, hey, the black people they are equal to the rights of the whites and this and this and this and that. But really what you're doing is just trying to like diversify your hospitals, diversify your businesses, even if they are not qualified. Like I said, that is just so dangerous. So, but anyway, I know it's like a little deep, but I know like I'm all over the place and so, but it's a little deep. But I do feel like those things, in my opinion, are negative. And that's exactly what I feel like Peach McIntyre has experienced in regards to her children. They profiled and they just assume because they're black that they're not eating, which is like, that's a very bad move. I mean, come on. Like, I think obviously they're hating, but come on, that woman feeds her children. Look at her kids are amazing. And then also they're so well behaved. I just thought to myself like, wow, that's a lawsuit. And it was very disrespectful. It should not have happened. Nunu, many blessings. Stay consistent and healthy. Truth is, only love lives on earth. As I said to my disciples, tell them I am. Damn, that's sad. I don't agree with nobody 100%. King, what are you doing right now? Are you listening to what I'm saying? I don't agree with anybody 100% either. 100% is perfection. I don't agree with anybody 100%. You just asked me pertaining to the race, and I said yes, I agree with everything he's saying pertaining to that. But I told you I disagree with him in some instances, in some things. I definitely have said that. Like, so that means it's not 100%. I don't care if it's 80, if it's 92, if it's 75. It's not 100%, bro. I literally told you, and I've said in the other live streams, that I do not agree with everything. I said I agree with the majority, but I don't agree with everything. There's no way. No two people are going to agree with every single thing. And no two people are 100% the same. Like I said, even identical twins are different in a sense. Like, I don't believe in that. And I think that you know you're I think you got it confused with what I'm saying. Like I told you that I disagree with things, but you just asked me specifically pertaining to the race. He said a lot of different things, a lot of different things. But you were speaking about the situation with like race, and let me just make sure that you said that. You said, is there anything you disagree? If there anything you disagree with Charlie Kirk about on race, you specifically said on race, and I said no. I agree with everything he has when it comes to race. Now, when it comes to certain other things, or him saying he dislike or awful, or certain things like that's not something about race. It just so happened that Martin Luther King Jr. was black, but it's not. He did not hate Martin Luther King Jr. He did not. He was not a racist towards him. I don't know. Like, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Porch Swing Tune says, hi, hello. I feel like black people don't like the truth. Chefy Spoon, yo, precisely. I promise you, like, I feel like, and when you tell them the truth, it's like, oh no, like they're just they can't believe it. Like, oh my gosh, like it's like you desecrated like my entire existence, like, or you're such a horrible person, like you're against blacks. No, I am for blacks. I love black people. I love people. Now I'm not gonna lie. Now I don't like some people. This may not make sense to some people, but I do love people. Meaning that I don't ever want to see anybody struggle. I don't want to see anybody without. But also I don't want to deal with folks. Like I don't want to. Like I don't like at the hospital here. A couple people telling me about I let them. I give them a few feet. And they take miles. They want to tell me about everything now because I just opened up, and then like they were like, "Oh, let me show you this picture." Okay, show me the picture. Now it's every single second, ma'am, sir. I am not interested. I'm not interested. Do not give me a dissertation about your life. I do not care about that because I just ain't got time. And I'm telling you, what that does for me, it keeps down fuss. I am so over people, especially when it comes to work. I'm over people who come to work to get out of work. I don't like lazy people. I cannot stomach it. So therefore, I just don't like people. But I just want everybody to be okay. But I don't want to be included. I don't want to be involved. That's why, like, oh my Lord, I'm not just trying to follow in Peach McIntyre's footsteps or just say everything that she was saying. But when I tell you, when she said, hey, I really don't like, I'm by myself. She was out there by herself and, eating and chilling and stuff. And I said, that is me. That is me all day long. I don't want to be around too many people. Like, I'm content within my own right, my own way. And what is wrong with that? Nothing is wrong with that. Cars are just strange. Nothing's wrong with that. My kingdom is only love. I love that. I almost say if you never stand up for yourself, you're gonna get bossed around forever and get turned every which way but loose. I agree. And if you know what, my mom also said, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe in, and I will never ever sit up here and spit on my race or anybody else's race. I don't do those things. Of course I see color. Like I said, if people come in, oh, I don't see color. You lying your ass off. Unless you're certified, diagnosed with color blindness. Okay. But no, everybody sees color. Absolutely, we see color. There's different ethnicities in the world. I respect everybody. Everybody. What I do not like is for people to sit up here and paint this picture like, okay, that they're perfect or they're this or whatever the case may be. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. And then you want to come in and you want to boss people around and you want to tell people how to live their life. I don't have time for that either. I'm somebody who I'm accepting of everyone, long as you're someone who are, you're respectful. I would love for you to be respectful to yourself, but definitely respect me. You know what I'm saying? But how can you respect yourself? How can you respect others when you don't respect yourself? That's something that also I feel like, should be discussed. Like people don't have respect for themselves, so there's no way they can have respect for others. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like that's the situation. Um, Chai Cup said, "LOL." Him saying black people don't have the brain power to be taken seriously is what makes him racist. Huh? He did not. What are you talking? He did not say that. Okay, this is crazy, yo. Like, where are y'all getting this from? What are y'all? Where? Okay. Oh Lord, I don't want to get onto this too much, but what are you guys getting this from? Like, okay, you guys are coming up. You're falsifying so many things. You're taking things completely left. You're not looking at the full context. I keep saying this. So y'all making me out to be like some type of broken record, obviously. Because the man didn't just say that. He did not. And you are absolutely wrong. And I will debate you till I can't debate you no more. You're absolutely wrong. That does not make sense. I can assure you right now, Van Jones, Candace Owen, I mean, so many others, Stephen Murray, I mean, so many others would have never ever talked with this man or brought this man up in a positive manner if he really had said those type of things, because those are horrible, horrible things. What it is, he's saying things in regarding the DEI. Exactly some of the things that I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not, if I were to get on the airplane and if I knew that pilot was hired based off of like the DEI process, that hiring process, which is pretty much because, okay, he's black, give him the job because we want more black pilots. Hell no, I don't want to sit up here and fly on that plane. And that's coming from me, a black brother. That's what he was saying. So everybody is like, I don't think you know what I know what diversity, equity, inclusion. I know exactly what it means. It is, I was a part of it. What it is, it's an implication, especially when it comes to hiring of maybe veterans, disabled, people with disabilities, obviously the minorities. So you have your Mexicans, you have your blacks. In some places, I mean, Filipinos can be the minority and stuff. At the end of the day, I can tell you this much: when I was in Colorado, when I was in Anchorage, Alaska, what it was really forming from and pertaining to were black people. At the end of the day, they wanted more black people, and that's what it was. And so they wanted me to sit up here, be on this hiring committee. And when they did the interview for those, this kid is just talking to the truck. When they did, he sounds adorable. When they did the hiring process and brought those two applicants in, all they did was basically, say, okay, hire them no matter what. And I'm like, hell no, they're not. We're talking surgery here. No shade to McDonald's or Wendy's or fast food, other restaurants or whatever and stuff, or like housekeeping, but we're talking surgery. We're talking like actually like you assisting and passing instrumentation on the case. And we're talking about traumas and things. Like you have to have people who know what they're doing. You have to. It's a definite must. You have to have experienced people. They were not certified. They were just not. They were not qualified for the job. So I said no. They go ahead and hire them, and sure enough, what happens? Those people they're calling into work. They don't show up. They end up pretty much like, I mean, within 2 months. I mean, both those people, it was a woman, it was a man. They were out of the job. When I tell you, I know what I'm talking about, and I promise you, I know what it means. And I pray, and I hope that, okay, one day that could be used for good, but really, it's a slap in the face. It's not something positive. That's my opinion, though. You said yes, it is. They are saying it has to be a certain amount of racist horses, no matter what. Right? Not horses. Oh, wait. So yeah, you're saying that yes, it is. They are saying it has to be a certain amount of races, no matter exactly. Like seriously, like okay, that hospital wanted to put up billboards, and they wanted to put up billboards of like basically having like okay, say white, Hispanic, black, on the billboard. And so that would draw in more people to come to that hospital. That's exactly what they were trying to do. And if they couldn't find the, say Hispanics or whatever, so they're like, okay, well let's hire. They specifically wanted to hire black people. Black people, okay, if they were qualified, great, but they weren't qualified, and I'm just not. I don't like that. That's not me. You think I'm like, okay, I'm not supporting my own race? No, I'm supporting everybody, But at the end of the day, if you're not qualified, you're not qualified, and they were not qualified, and it was proof because because they ended up not getting fired, they ended up basically quitting, and they both became no shows, like no call, no show. Aina Ray says, yep. But DI means they have to have black, whites, Hispanic, etc. hired at their businesses versus who is really it. Right? Exactly. Here's the deal. Why can't we do this? Okay. At this very moment, at the hospital I work at, which is diverse, but you better bet your bottom dollar it is still predominantly white people that I'm surrounded with. At any given moment, I could be in a room, and this is not me being negative. This is me being positive as hell. This is me stating facts. At any given moment, any given moment, I can be in a room, and I can be in the operating room, and we can be doing a surgical case. I look around, there's the white anesthesia, there's a white surgeon, there's a white PA, there's a white medical student, there's a white RN, and there's a black first assist or surgical technologist, which is me. Now, also, I've been in a room where, okay, there's a black nurse, there's another black tech. It still is diverse, but not as diverse as it could be. But it's still way more diverse when I've gone to West Virginia or Virginia or places like Anchorage, Alaska. Now Denver, Colorado, a melting pot. But Frisco, Colorado. I said Frisco, Colorado. I put a T in Colorado. Frisco, Colorado. Vail, Colorado. Steamboat Springs, Colorado. You better believe it's all white, yo. It's not diverse. It's not, and they're trying to make it more diverse. But at the end of the day, make it more diverse, but make it more diverse with actual people who are qualified for the job. That's all I'm saying, and that's a matter of fact what Charlie Kirk was mentioning, and what happened is people took bits and pieces from what he said. And then it's just like that was the main focus. Him dissing, say, oh, he dissing blacks. He's talking about blacks. You ain't looking into the whole story. You guys, it don't even make sense. Because why? Okay, think about why. If he even brought that up, why would he bring that up? You got to look at the before, the body, and the after. So you have to look. So it's pretty much like an essay. You have your discussion. You have your topic. You have your body, and then you have the whole, you have the conclusion and all that good stuff. You have all that makes up an essay. And I'm in my mind I don't know, maybe I'm such a geek, I'm a nerd, but I've written a lot of term papers, a lot of narrative essays, informative essays. Have you guys done that? Because you're gonna need it's a 3-part situation. So you have that topic, you have the introduction, which is going to include your topic and all that good stuff, the objective of that essay, and then the body that has the meat and the potatoes of the story, and then you have the conclusion, which is pretty much the aftermath, like what ends up, what form, what came of this, what was the end game, what was the end result. So that's exactly what he was trying to convey, but what they did was, we just gonna give them we're gonna give them like a third of the story. We're gonna give them the body. The introduction. We're gonna give them the introduction, but we're gonna leave out the body, which is the meat and potatoes, and then the actual conclusion. You can't do that. That's not how you debate. That's not how you get your point across, because that is what you call straight up lying. You are lying on that man. You're lying on people. When it's happened to me. I've gotten into it, and I didn't start it. I'm my right hand of God. I do not clap front. I may clap back. But I don't just start beef on YouTube. But it happened to me, and sure enough, I came on live and I brought the receipts. I was stating facts. Even what I said, which was not so. I said things that were not that kind. I laughed at things that I shouldn't have laughed about. I didn't check people when I should have checked them. So again, that made me just as guilty, just as bad. But did I omit? I never omitted anything. I always admit when I'm wrong. I admit it's my fault, my fault. And that's something that nobody can sit up here and say that I don't do. Nobody can say that I don't do that. And I definitely have done that. I definitely have done that. Okay, what the hell is all these people walking and being weird for? You said, you're way reluctant to say what you disagree with, though, huh? Okay, that's your opinion, though. I don't think I'm reluctant about anything, but that's your opinion. Chevy Spoon said, I agree. They need to read, research, and stop listening to social media and the news. I'm serious. And a lot of people, like I said, fact check me. We want to talk about this, do this, but fact check what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why people are not doing that. Why do people do that? Fact check everybody. Stop sitting up here and just taking my word for things and stuff. Fact check what I'm saying. I'm sitting up here telling you, form your own opinion, get your own ideas, have your own identity about President Trump, Kamala Harris, Charlie Kirk, whatever the case may be. Have your own opinion, own identity about Terrence. Have your own identity, about any and everybody. I mean, I don't think you shouldn't be sitting up here. If somebody come to you saying, man, yeah, Terrence talk about this. This man always talk about race. He's negative. He's this, he's that. You're going to come in and you're going to say, yeah, so-and-so said you this and you this, you that. And you already formed your opinion about me, but you didn't sit up here and get to know me yourself. Of course I had to bring up race. Of course I'm bringing up everything that everybody else is bringing up because this is life. This is where we're at right now. And unfortunately, like I said, honestly, America really is a dark place. And I'm not joking when I mention those things. I'm not just joking. This isn't clickbait. This is real. Look at what happened. I mean, Peach McIntyre, for instance. Look at what the damn teachers and their administration did with her children. Profiled her kids, singled her kids out as if her kids are going to school hungry. When they have to pay for lunch. That could not look. I'm telling you, when that happened with my mom went off. Like I said, I didn't know that it was a bad thing because I'm sitting up here. I'm a kid. I'm like, damn, we got the little cheese and crackers, with the red like stick thing. I say, this is awesome. I'm like, I'm excited. What I'm saying? I'm a big kid and stuff. I mean, I'm cooling. But it wasn't a good thing, and I didn't understand that as a child. I didn't understand that. And so it's very important that, my mom was our voice and she advocated for us and she let them know, like, don't ever do that again. And like Peach McIntyre, said, she said a few things and she handled herself very, very well. But my mom almost went to jail on him. She almost went to jail. And she has gone to jail. My mama wasn't playing. I ain't lying. That's why I say, oh my God, I don't ever want to come out of character and have my mom step up out of me, because that is just it's an ugly thing. And I don't never want to do that. Like I said, a very few people have seen me get that upset. But Lord is my witness. Everybody can reach that breaking point. And I just pray against that. And I'm not going to allow trolls or people coming in trying to distract me or whatever to piss me off to that breaking point. That's not going to happen. You guys are not going to see that. I'm going to claim that. I'm going to manifest that. I'll be irritated. I'll be, sometimes a little stressed and stuff, but that ain't nothing. That's just a part of life. Hell, my career is top 10 most stressful jobs in the country. And if you do say, if you do say you disagree, there's always a but. Why can't it be a conjunction? What? You're not being fair, King. You're not being fair, yo. I promise you're not. You're being irrational about the situation. Like, you giving me too many stipulations. Like, I can't say but, because I have to explain myself. But you don't like the fact that I say but, because it means that you're probably thinking, okay, that means that I'm still like giving him so much respect. I'm just saying, but in regards to, I'm trying to explain to you thoroughly about what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to explain to you precisely, and I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying to let you know like what's in my mind, and because I don't want you assuming. We already said assuming. Look what it gets you. It don't really get us nowhere. Those teachers assumed, that staff assumed that like her kids needed that food. That was a horrible assumption. You should not assume those things. You said immigrants need to come here the right way, leave English and read and write. Chef, you better sit down. You probably already sitting down, but you better say it. I love it. I love it. I respect that. I approve of that. And at the end of the day, like right now, like I'm in a predominantly area where there's Mexicans. And when I tell you, like, they're some of the most friendliest, kindest people. They've gotten their citizenship. I mean, they're respectful. I have no problem and stuff, whatever, with anybody. Here's the deal. I must say, like, I mean, a lot of them, they have great English. I mean, my Spanish is just, I got real bad. I got bad English and broken Spanish, but I'm accepting of people, like, you can come here, you can speak in your language, you can do things, but I'm just saying, like, you need to be respectful at the same time. And if you're somebody who is like coming to our country and you're not being respectful, that's the problem I have as well. Like, what are you doing? Like, don't come here and, we've seen it. And like I said, I know it's a very sensitive subject, but we've seen it where they come here and it's like some of them come here and it's like commit so many crimes. Like, we don't need that. But again, I don't want to get into that too much because I'm gonna bring up black people. When you have like immigrants coming here and causing these horrible things happen, but then on top of that, when you have, you actually have the citizens of this beautiful country, right? And they're attacking each other and stuff. I mean, come on, like, who wouldn't, like, if we don't respect ourselves, why would somebody else respect us? So that's just what I'm getting at. At the end of the day, like, I feel like, again, we're gonna have to agree to disagree with things in life. But I'm telling you guys, I'm not gonna shut up about what's right and what's wrong. I'm gonna voice my opinions, but I'm trying to convey and let people and show people, okay, well, I can come on live and just talk about everyday events and certain things, but at the end of the day, this is what life is about. But you guys, I am gonna be getting off of here pretty soon. JP, why you got all that snow bunny juice on your face? Oh my gosh, you're crazy. DEI is nothing killer. I agree. DEI is discrimination, absolutely. And if a motherfucker don't speak English, oh well, use a translator or Google. Stop asking people and go read. I disagree, but okay, that's mature part of communication, being able to agree and disagree. All while remaining respectful. Exactly. I see. That's what I love. I appreciate if we can, as long as we can agree to disagree and be respectful. That's what you call a productive debate, a productive conversation. Even I don't even want to say argument, but I appreciate that. Anwar says hello. We're not making fun of him. What are you hearing? You said what? You said Sheffy, I disagree, but black people making fun of Charlie Kirk's death, but I don't know what's going on. But thank y'all so much again. Aguilar, I pinned that comment that really made my night. You said, Chevy Spoon, oh my gosh, you're all over it. I appreciate y'all so much. Like, I'm gonna go. Like, my clothes should be, finishing up with drying and stuff. I know some of y'all are leaving out and stuff. It's okay, but thank y'all for the thumbs up. You just lied. So you speaking for all black people now, Sheffy? Oh Lord. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle. God bless you all. Thank y'all for being in here. No, you have to learn how to comprehend. Hold. God bless you. Okay, thank y'all so much. Yes, God bless you all. I will talk to y'all later. Y'all, please go ahead and double tap and like and comment and all that good stuff. Subscribe, and I'll see y'all. I'll see you later. God bless you. Bye.